Have you ever felt stuck? Like you're waiting for the right moment, the right person, or the perfect situation to make your move? Maybe you've looked around and thought, I need help, or I'll never make it on my own. Let me tell you something, you've been lied to. The truth is, everything you need to succeed is already inside of you. If you're tired of waiting for things to change, today is your turning point. You don't need anyone else to achieve your dreams. You don't need permission. What you need is to unlock the power within yourself and take action. This isn't some empty pep talk. It's about real transformation. It's about stepping into the life you deserve and taking full responsibility for your own success. What I'm going to show you today is how to stop waiting for the perfect moment, because that moment doesn't exist. The time to start is now. So if you're ready to take full control of your future, stop making excuses and start doing what it takes to succeed. Stick with me. This journey isn't about feeling good for a few minutes. It's about creating lasting change. Let's begin. You've been told your whole life that you need someone else to help you succeed. Maybe it's been a boss, a mentor, a friend, or even family. They've convinced you that success is only possible with the right team, the right support. But let me tell you something, waiting for others to come to your rescue is a trap. The reality is that you already have everything inside of you to succeed. The illusion that you need someone else to save you from your struggles is what's been holding you back. It's time to break free from that mindset. You see, when you rely on others, you give away control. And the moment you give away control, you lose your power. It's like trying to drive a car with someone else behind the wheel. You're at their mercy, going wherever they take you. But when you take control of your own life, when you rely on yourself, you unlock something far more powerful. True freedom. Self-reliance is not about doing everything alone. It's about knowing that no matter what, you can figure it out. It's about trusting yourself and understanding that your future is in your hands, not in anyone else's. When you stop waiting for someone else to step in, you'll start creating your own opportunities. You'll stop sitting on the sidelines, watching other people chase their dreams, and you'll start running toward your own. Self-reliance is the key to stepping into the life you deserve. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you found yourself waiting for someone to give you permission to go after what you want? Waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect set of circumstances. The truth is, there's no such thing as a perfect moment. You're always going to have challenges. You're always going to have obstacles. But when you rely on yourself, you realize that those challenges aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones. Self-reliance gives you the confidence to face those challenges head on. It allows you to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. It's the freedom to move forward, to fail forward, and to get back up and keep going. The best part, no one can take that away from you. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to hand you success. It's time to claim it for yourself. You have everything you need to succeed right now. You just have to believe it, take control, and get to work. Have you ever found yourself constantly seeking approval from others, always wondering if your decisions are good enough, if you're doing things the right way? It's a trap, one that many of us fall into without even realizing. You look for validation from friends, family, social media, anyone who can reassure you that you're on the right track. But here's the hard truth. Seeking constant validation is a roadblock to your success. It's time to break free from this cycle. It's time to stop seeking permission for your dreams. Let me tell you something. No one is going to give you permission to succeed. No one is going to tell you it's the perfect time to go after what you want. If you're waiting for someone else to approve of your goals or your actions, you're always going to be stuck. The longer you look for external validation, the more you hand over control of your life to others. You are the only one who can decide your worth. You are the only one who can define what success looks like for you. And if you continue to seek approval from others, you're letting them shape your path, not you. Building confidence from within is the key to breaking free. True confidence doesn't come from likes on social media or compliments from others. It comes from knowing deep down that you are enough, that you don't need anyone's approval to take that first step, to make that decision, or to go after your dreams. You have everything you need right inside of you. When you start trusting yourself, you'll realize that external validation is just noise. Your own belief in yourself is the only thing that matters. Imagine this, every time you doubt yourself, every time you question your worth, you are holding yourself back. But the moment you decide to stop seeking approval and start believing in your own abilities, that's when your power shifts. Think about some of the most successful people you know, whether it's someone you admire or someone in history who achieved greatness. They didn't wait for anyone's approval. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They trusted themselves, moved forward with confidence, and figured things out as they went. They built their own validation, their own belief, and that's what led them to their success. You don't need anyone's permission to move forward. You don't need to wait for someone to tell you you're good enough. You are good enough. You are capable of achieving everything you want. But you have to start believing it yourself. Stop waiting for external validation to tell you that you're on the right path. The only validation you need is from within. Build your confidence from the inside out and watch how your life transforms. Have you ever found yourself standing at the edge, staring at something you know you need to do, but feeling too scared to take that first step? Do you catch yourself saying "I can't" over and over again, letting doubt hold you back from what you truly want to achieve? It's time to change that. Today we're going to flip that mindset on its head. I'm here to show you how to take control of your thoughts, push past your self-doubt, and shift from "I can't" to "I will." You don't have to be stuck in fear anymore. What you're about to hear is a proven method to break free from that limiting mindset and turn failure into your greatest strength. This isn't just a pep talk, this is a blueprint for conquering your inner battles and stepping into a life where anything is possible. So let's start with the one thing that's keeping you from moving forward, the self-doubt that holds you back. You want to move forward, you want to grow, but something is holding you back. That voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough, not capable enough, not ready enough. What is that? That's self-doubt. It's not real. It's a shadow, a fear, a lie that keeps you from stepping into your full potential. Let me tell you something. Self-doubt is your greatest enemy, but it's also a conquerable one. Every successful person, from the greatest athletes to the most influential leaders, has battled this enemy. The difference between them and you isn't that they don't experience self-doubt, it's that they've learned how to silence it. When you tell yourself "I can't," what you're really saying is that you're giving power to fear, and fear doesn't have to control you. You have the power to take that fear and use it as fuel, not an obstacle. Self-doubt is a feeling. It's not your truth. It's easy to think that you're not good enough or that you'll fail. But those thoughts, they don't determine your worth or your future. Your actions do. The most successful people don't let self-doubt dictate their choices. They acknowledge it, then move forward anyway. It's time to stop listening to that inner critic. Instead, ask yourself, what would happen if I tried? What if I succeeded? The reality is that you have everything you need to move forward right now. Doubt doesn't define you, your actions do. You have to decide, are you going to let that doubt control you, or are you going to push through it and prove it wrong? Here's the truth. Failure isn't something to fear, it's something to learn from. Let me tell you something, if you aren't failing, you aren't trying hard enough. Every time you fail, you're getting closer to success. Think about it, Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan missed more than 9,000 shots in his career. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. But do you think they let failure stop them? Absolutely not. They learned from it. When you fail, you get a lesson. You get an opportunity to grow, to adapt, to try again with a better strategy. But too many people see failure as the end of the road. That's the wrong way to look at it. Failure is simply feedback. It's not a reflection of who you are, it's a part of the process of getting better, stronger, and more skilled. So the next time you fail, don't see it as a setback. See it as a lesson, as an opportunity to adjust and move forward. If you failed, you're one step closer to getting it right. Don't let failure hold you back. Instead, let it be the fuel that pushes you to keep going, to keep learning, and to keep improving. You know, we talk a lot about the power of mindset, but there's one specific mindset that can truly change everything for you, the growth mindset. The growth mindset is simple. It's the belief that you can develop and improve through hard work, dedication, and learning. It's the mindset that says, I may not be there yet, but I'm getting better every day. The growth mindset is the difference between saying I can't and saying I'll figure it out. It's the difference between being afraid of failure and being excited by the chance to learn. When you adopt a growth mindset, you stop seeing challenges as threats. Instead, you see them as opportunities to grow, to stretch, and to develop new skills. Let's be real for a moment. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. It's about making small improvements every single day, pushing yourself just a little bit further than yesterday. When you have a growth mindset, setbacks aren't discouraging, they're just part of the learning process. Each time you fail, you gain something. Experience, resilience, and insight. When you adopt this mindset, you stop holding yourself to perfection. You understand that progress is the goal, not perfection. And when you realize that you don't have to be perfect, it frees you up to take action. You'll start seeing challenges as opportunities to improve. And with each opportunity, you get closer to your goals. Let me tell you something. You are capable of more than you think. The only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is your mindset. If you decide right now that you will keep learning, keep adapting, and keep pushing forward, you will see a transformation in your life. Every challenge becomes a chance to grow, every failure becomes a lesson. And that, my friend, is how you move from I can't to I will. So what's it going to be? Are you going to let doubt hold you back? Or are you going to embrace failure as a lesson, adopt a growth mindset, and move forward with confidence? The choice is yours. You have the power to shape your future one step at a time. Choose to move forward, choose to learn, choose to grow. And remember, every time you think you can't, remind yourself you will. Have you ever felt like you're spinning your wheels, working hard but not making progress? You try, you push, you struggle. But the big goal still feels so far away. It's frustrating, isn't it? But let me tell you something powerful. The key to reaching those big goals is not making giant leaps. It's in those small, consistent steps you take every single day. In today's talk, we're going to break down how you can start building momentum with small wins. These are the actions that seem small in the moment, but they compound over time, creating results that will blow your mind. What I'm about to share with you is not a magic trick, it's a proven method that anyone can use to make progress one step at a time. This isn't about waiting for big breakthroughs to happen, it's about building momentum piece by piece. Let's dive in and explore how small wins can lead to unstoppable progress. Most people get discouraged because they think that big results only come from big actions. They believe they need a massive effort all at once to make a difference. But here's the truth. The most successful people didn't get there by taking huge steps every single day. They got there by being consistent with small actions that added up over time. Think about it like this. If you want to run a marathon, you don't just wake up one morning and run 26 miles. No, you start by running a little bit every day. Some days it's just a mile, other days it's 2 or 3. But each time you're getting stronger, building endurance and inching closer to your goal. That's how success works. Small actions, repeated consistently, are the key. You don't need to do everything all at once. You just need to show up every day, do something that brings you closer to your goal, and trust that over time those small actions will add up. Consistency is powerful because it creates a habit, and habits are what move you forward, even when you don't feel like it. Let me tell you something. You don't need to do everything perfectly, you just need to do it consistently. It's easy to get distracted by the big picture and feel overwhelmed. But when you focus on taking small, manageable steps every day, you'll see progress sooner than you think. If the big goal feels too distant or overwhelming, break it down. Instead of focusing on the giant mountain ahead, focus on the small rocks you need to climb first. These are your micro goals, the tiny, achievable targets that will keep you moving forward. Micro goals are powerful because they provide clarity and momentum. Rather than saying, I want to lose 50 pounds, set a micro goal like, I'm going to walk 30 minutes every day this week. Or instead of saying, I want to write a book, set a micro goal like, I'll write 500 words a day. These small goals not only make the process less daunting, but they also give you a sense of accomplishment each time you complete them. That sense of achievement is what keeps you motivated and hungry for more. Each time you reach a micro goal, you're one step closer to your big goal. And the best part? Each small win boosts your confidence, builds your momentum, and keeps you going when the going gets tough. Think about a time when you achieved something small. Maybe you woke up early, finished a task ahead of schedule, or made a positive change in your routine. How did it feel? It felt good, right? That's the power of micro goals. The key is to take those small wins and use them to fuel your next step. Focus on what you can do today, not what you'll do months from now. Now let me tell you the most powerful part about these small actions, the compound effect. This is where things really start to get exciting. The compound effect is simple. Small actions repeated consistently over time lead to results far greater than you could have imagined. It's like the snowball effect. What starts out small and slow builds up into something massive. Imagine you're saving money. If you save just $5 a day, it doesn't seem like much. But in a month, that's $150. In a year, that's $1,825. Now imagine if you invested that money or if you saved a little more each day. Over time, those small amounts grow, multiply, and lead to significant results. The same goes for your goals. Every small win you achieve builds momentum. It might feel slow at first, but trust me, it adds up. And once that momentum starts building, it's unstoppable. The more you win, the more you believe in yourself. The more you believe in yourself, the more action you take. And the more action you take, the more results you get. It's a cycle that feeds on itself. This is the secret to achieving anything. Don't focus on the big leap. Focus on the small, consistent steps. Because when you keep taking those small actions, eventually you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. You'll look back and see the mountain you've climbed, and you'll be amazed at the results. So what do you need to do today to start building that momentum? What's one small action you can take right now? It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as those small wins build into unstoppable momentum. Let me tell you something important. Success is not reserved for a lucky few. It's available to anyone willing to show up, do the work, and keep moving forward, one small step at a time. You don't need a grand plan, you need a grand commitment to showing up every single day and taking small, deliberate actions. If you commit to that, I promise you the results will follow. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start now. Take that first small step, and let the compound effect of small wins lead you to a life of progress, success, and unstoppable momentum. Have you ever felt like you're constantly battling distractions, losing focus, or struggling to stay disciplined? You set big goals, but somehow life always seems to get in the way. You start strong, but then the distractions, the fatigue, the temptation to quit start creeping in. It's frustrating, isn't it? But what if I told you that the difference between success and failure isn't about raw talent or luck? It's about mastering one thing, self-discipline. Today, we're going to break down how you can take control of your focus and discipline. I'm not talking about some abstract concept. I'm talking about practical, actionable steps that will help you stay on track, even when life tries to pull you off course. I'm going to show you how to build a mindset that doesn't quit, how to fight distractions, and how to take control of your days in a way that drives real results. This isn't about motivation that fades away. It's about the real tools to build lasting discipline and achieve your goals. The first and most powerful truth I can share with you is this: discipline is the key. Not talent, not luck, but discipline. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. They show up. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't wait for inspiration to strike. They show up every single day, even when it's hard, even when they don't feel like it. Let me tell you something. It's easy to work when you're feeling motivated. It's easy to work when everything is aligned. But that's not how success is built. Success is built on the days when you feel tired, distracted, or defeated. It's built when you push through the hard days, when you show up even when you don't want to. You don't need to have a perfect plan or have it all figured out. You just need to show up every single day. Whether it's to work on your business, your fitness, your relationships, or your personal growth, showing up is half the battle. When you make a habit of showing up, no matter what, you build momentum. And momentum is powerful. Once you start showing up every day, it gets easier, and those small actions begin to compound into big results. Now, I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done, right? It's hard to stay focused with so many distractions. Social media, phone calls, emails, and the constant noise of life. But let me tell you something. If you don't control these distractions, they will control you. Here's the truth. Distractions are the enemy of progress. Every time you get sidetracked, you lose momentum. Every time you check your phone or drift off track, you're wasting precious time that could be used to get closer to your goals. But here's the good news. You can control your focus. It starts by setting boundaries. One powerful method is to create a dedicated workspace. When you sit down to work, make it clear to yourself and others that you are focused. Put your phone on airplane mode. Close irrelevant tabs on your computer. If you're working on a goal, make sure that everything in your environment supports that goal. You control your space. Don't let distractions control you. Another powerful tool is time blocking. Set specific blocks of time to work on specific tasks, and when that time is up, move on to something else. This keeps you focused, and it also prevents burnout. You don't need to work for hours straight without a break. In fact, you shouldn't. The key is working with intense focus during those blocks of time, and then giving yourself a break to recharge. You also need to make a commitment to yourself. Stop letting your distractions pull you away. Let's face it, we all have those moments when our minds wander. But when you make a choice to focus and you hold yourself to it, the rewards are massive. Every time you choose to stay focused instead of giving in to distractions, you build a little more discipline and a little more confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. Now let's get into some practical tips for staying disciplined and organized. These are the tools that can help you maintain focus and keep your discipline on track. Break your tasks into smaller chunks. Big tasks can be overwhelming. Instead of looking at your goal as one massive thing to accomplish, break it down into smaller, manageable steps. When you achieve those smaller steps, it feels like a win, and that momentum will carry you forward. Create a daily routine. A structured routine helps you make time for what matters. Set a specific time each day for the tasks that bring you closer to your goals. Whether it's writing, studying, working out, or meditating, make it a non-negotiable part of your day. Hold yourself accountable. It's easy to let things slide when you don't have anyone checking in on you. But here's the thing, if you don't hold yourself accountable, no one else will. Set clear goals and track your progress. Celebrate the small wins, but also learn from the times when you slip up. Every step forward is progress. Take care of your body. Self-discipline isn't just about your mind. It's about your body too. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising regularly. A healthy body fuels a focused mind. When your body is strong and energized, your discipline will be too. Don't beat yourself up when you slip up. Listen, you're human. You're going to have moments when you lose focus, make mistakes, or miss a goal. The key is not to get discouraged. You don't need to be perfect. The goal is to get back on track, learn from your setbacks, and keep moving forward. In the end, self-discipline is not about perfection, it's about commitment. It's about showing up every day, overcoming distractions, and sticking to the small steps that lead to big results. So here's my challenge to you. Today, take control of your focus and your discipline. Show up every day, fight those distractions. Organize your day and keep pushing forward no matter what. When you master discipline, you'll master your life. Have you ever looked at someone successful and wondered, how did they do it? We often admire the end results, the fame, the wealth, the recognition, but we don't see what went on behind the scenes. We don't see the long hours, the sleepless nights, the tough choices, the sacrifice. Here's the truth. Success is earned, not given. And it's earned through one thing above all else: hard work. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm already working hard, but let me ask you this. Are you working hard enough? Are you pushing yourself every single day to be better, to do more, to sacrifice for the future you want? Today we're going to dive into the real work it takes to achieve greatness. I'm talking about the sacrifices, the relentless hustle, and the struggle that come with building something truly worthwhile. This is not about shortcuts. It's not about taking the easy road. It's about committing to the long haul, embracing the grind, and understanding that hard work is the foundation of every success story. Stay with me because I'm going to show you exactly what it takes to reach your highest potential. Let's get straight to the point. Success demands sacrifice. It's a hard truth, but it's the one thing you need to understand if you're serious about achieving greatness. Every successful person you admire has had to give something up. Maybe it's time with family. Maybe it's sleep. Maybe it's something even more personal. Success doesn't come without a price. You'll have to give up something to get what you want, whether that's your comfort, your free time, or your old habits. You'll have to make choices that others won't. The key question you need to ask yourself is this: are you willing to pay the price? Are you ready to commit to the work, the sacrifice, and the struggle that comes with real success? Think about the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the artists you admire. They didn't get where they are by sitting back and hoping for the best. They got there because they made sacrifices that most people wouldn't. They chose to give up the things that others were enjoying so they could work towards something greater. And here's the truth: you'll have to do the same. The question isn't whether you can succeed. The question is whether you're ready to make the sacrifices required to get there. If you're going to succeed, you've got to outwork everyone else. It's not enough to just be good. Being good doesn't win championships. Being good doesn't build empires. Being good is average. And let me tell you something: average won't get you to the top. It's the relentless ones who win. It's the ones who keep going when others quit. The ones who stay up late and wake up early, day after day, that rise above. Let me tell you something: no one who achieved anything great did so by taking it easy. They worked harder than anyone else. When the world slept, they were working. When the easy path called, they chose the difficult one. Why? Because they understood that success doesn't just come to those who try, it comes to those who refuse to quit. Take the example of athletes. You think LeBron James became one of the best basketball players in the world just by being talented? Absolutely not. It's his relentless work ethic, his commitment to the grind, that set him apart. Every day he works harder than anyone else. That's what makes the difference. And you need to adopt the same mindset. It's about showing up every day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, even when others are resting, because while they're resting, you're getting better. Now here's where it gets real. Hard work is not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be messy. It's going to require you to get uncomfortable, to push past pain, and to keep going when your body and mind are telling you to stop. But let me tell you something: if you can embrace the struggle, if you can push through those moments when you want to quit, that's when the magic happens. Hard work is the price of success. And there are no shortcuts. Every obstacle you face, every setback you experience is part of the process. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll stop looking for an easy way out. You have to be willing to get your hands dirty, to endure the struggle, and to keep going even when it feels like the world is working against you. Think about the process of building a muscle. You don't just wake up one day with strength. You have to put in the work. You have to push past the pain, the fatigue, and the doubt. The same goes for success. The struggle is part of the process. Every day that you fight through it, you're building the strength, resilience, and grit needed to achieve your dreams. Embrace the struggle. Don't avoid it. Don't shy away from it, because that's where your growth happens. And when you come out on the other side, you won't just have the success you're chasing. You'll be a different person, a stronger, more resilient person. And that's what success is all about. Not just achieving your goals, but becoming the kind of person who can sustain them. Let me remind you of something. The world is full of people who talk about success, who dream about it, who wish for it. But the ones who get it are the ones who are willing to put in the work, the ones who sacrifice, the ones who show up day after day, even when it's tough. So ask yourself, are you willing to pay the price? Are you ready to commit to the hard work? Are you willing to embrace the struggle, to outwork everyone else, and to sacrifice today for a better tomorrow? If you can answer yes to those questions, then you're on the right path. Your success won't be handed to you. You have to work for it every day, relentlessly. But when you do, there's nothing you won't be able to achieve. The journey will be tough, but the reward, it'll be worth it. Have you ever faced a setback that made you question everything? A time when things didn't go as planned, and it felt like the universe was against you? I get it. We all face moments like that. Moments where the obstacles seem too big, and the goal feels too far away. But let me tell you something. That's exactly when persistence matters the most. In this speech, we're going to dive into the power of persistence and resilience. I'm going to show you how the ability to keep going, even when the road gets tough, is what will separate you from those who quit. I'm going to show you how mental toughness and bouncing back from failure can become your greatest strength. If you're ready to dig deep, face your challenges head on, and keep moving moving forward, then this is for you. Persistence isn't just a nice-to-have quality. It's a non-negotiable trait for anyone who wants to succeed. But it's not always easy. It's not about doing the easy thing. It's about doing the right thing when things get hard. So let's dive into the power of persistence and resilience. What you're about to hear could be the key to unlocking your full potential. Let me be crystal clear. If you want success, persistence is non-negotiable. This isn't something you can take or leave. The truth is, the road to success is full of setbacks, failures, and obstacles that will try to stop you at every turn. And here's the thing, most people give up when things get tough. Most people stop when they hit their first roadblock, or their second or their 10th. But those who succeed, they keep going. They keep pushing when everyone else is backing off. I know it's hard. I know it feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel sometimes. But here's a powerful reality. Every moment you keep going, you're one step closer to breaking through. Every minute you refuse to quit is a minute closer to that breakthrough. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple: persistence. You've got to keep going no matter what. Think about the greats, people like Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, or Oprah Winfrey, who was told she wasn't fit for television. They could have quit. They could have walked away, said it wasn't worth it, and settled for what was easy. But they didn't. They persisted. They kept going when things got tough, and they changed the world because of it. You're no different. You've got what it takes to keep going. The question is, will you? When things get tough, are you willing to push through, keep fighting, and come out the other side stronger than before? Let me tell you something important. Setbacks are part of the process. In fact, they're necessary. You're going to fail. You're going to face obstacles. But the key to your success isn't avoiding them. It's learning how to bounce back. That's what mental toughness is all about. It's the ability to recover, to rise after every fall, and to come back stronger than you were before. When life knocks you down, it's not about how hard you fall. It's about how quickly you get back up. It's about your ability to keep moving forward, even when you feel like staying down. And that's what separates those who make it from those who don't. Mental toughness isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you develop by refusing to give up, by picking yourself up and going again and again and again. Let's talk about real-life examples. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He could have given up then. He could have let that setback define him. But instead, he used that rejection as fuel. He came back stronger. He became one of the greatest basketball players of all time. So here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to avoid failure. But you do need to develop mental toughness. When setbacks happen, and they will, you need to get back up and push forward. You need to look at the challenge and say, here's the real magic. Failure is not the end. In fact, failure is often the beginning of something greater. The greatest comebacks come after the biggest failures. And if you want to turn your failures into success, you need to learn from them, grow from them, and keep moving forward. Think about J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. She was rejected by multiple publishers before finally getting her book published. What if she had quit after the first rejection? What if she had thrown in the towel after the fifth? We wouldn't have the Harry Potter books. She turned her failures into comebacks because she refused to let rejection stop her. She learned from each failure and grew stronger. That's the kind of mindset you need to adopt. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to get better. The key is to refuse to give up when things don't go as planned. Look at failure as a stepping stone, not a wall. Use it as fuel to push forward, to get stronger and to get better. Think about the person you admire most. They've faced failure, they've faced rejection, but they didn't let that stop them. They didn't give up, they kept going, and in the process they turned their failures into powerful comebacks. And you can do the same. You're going to face obstacles, and you're going to fail. But that doesn't define you. What defines you is what you do after you fail. Do you quit, or do you rise again, stronger and more determined than ever? So let me remind you one more time, persistence is non-negotiable. You can't afford to quit. You have to keep going no matter what. You have to develop mental toughness, because it's not the setbacks that define you, it's how you rise after them. And you have to understand that failure is just a stepping stone to your success. If you're willing to learn from every setback, grow from every failure, and keep moving forward, you'll come back stronger, every single time. Success doesn't come easy, but it comes to those who refuse to quit, those who are willing to push through the pain, the struggle and the obstacles. If you can keep going, if you can develop mental toughness, and if you can turn every failure into a lesson, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The power of persistence and resilience is within you. The question is, will you choose to tap into it? You've listened to the advice You felt the energy. Now, I'm going to tell you something crucial. You have everything you need. Everything you need to take the first step to begin your journey towards success is already inside of you. But nothing will happen until you decide to act. Let me say this again. Nothing happens until you take that first step. You've heard all the lessons, you've learned the strategies, and now you're ready. But the question is, are you going to wait for the perfect moment? Are you going to wait for the stars to align, for every condition to be perfect, for everything to fall into place before you start? I'll tell you right now, that moment will never come. The truth is, there is no perfect moment. There's only this moment. And this moment is your time to act. Stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Stop second-guessing yourself. The time is now. You've got what it takes. You know what you need to do. Now take action. Let me tell you something. People who wait for the perfect conditions are the ones who are stuck, the ones who are left behind. While they wait, others are making progress. The only difference between them and you is that they took the action when it mattered. They didn't wait. They didn't hesitate. They just took the step. And I know what you're thinking. You might be worried about making a mistake. You might feel scared about what could happen. But guess what? Mistakes are part of the process. You're going to make them, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep moving forward. Every successful person in the world will tell you the same thing. They took action. They didn't have all the answers when they started. They didn't know everything, but they took that first step and then the next, and then the next. The good news is, you don't need to have it all figured out right now. You don't need a full plan to start. You just need to start. Start with one step, no matter how small. One email, one conversation, one decision. That's all it takes to set the wheels in motion. Think about it like this. Every day you wait is a day that you could have made progress. Every day you hold off is a day that someone else is moving forward, getting closer to their goals while you remain stuck. But the moment you act, that all changes. You are in control. The moment you take that step, the world starts moving in your favor. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect time. Success is about deciding that this moment is the right moment and then acting on it. So ask yourself, what's the first step you'll take today? It might be small, but it will be powerful. Every great success story starts with one small action, and that could be you. This is your moment. This is your time. Take that step. You are the architect of your future. You hold the blueprint, the power, and the potential to build the life you've always dreamed of. Every choice you make today lays the foundation for your tomorrow. And if you continue to move forward, one step at a time, no obstacle will be too big, no challenge too great. Keep pushing, keep striving, and never back down, because your success is inevitable. No matter what you face, no matter how difficult the journey gets, you will succeed. The only thing that can stop you is if you decide to quit. So don't stop, keep going. Success is yours for the taking. You've got this.